Yeah, good morning all. Welcome to 51 session. Till now we have completed the introduction part, architecture, then screen navigation, login procedure, everything. That is one set of discussion. Now uh, the dictionary part is started. An ABAP dictionary introduction, then functionality and services. Second topic, database table. So under tables, list table introduction, table search criteria. SC11, SC12, one set of T codes. Next, search criteria AC81, 84. That is another set of T codes. Next, table navigation, data browser navigation, SC16, SC16N. These two are another T codes I introduced. Correct? Then the tables related data types also, like some properties or characters like delivery class, data class, development class, that is nothing but a package, size category, enhancement category. So almost we are familiar with the list and almost we are ready to create a new table or a G table, correct? Y table or G table. So let us go for this current topic is yes. So I can write yes. This is our session 51. We'll go with custom table creation and as well as the next session, another next 1 hour, we will cover the like how do we perform the changes to the tables, like the how the changes will reflect. Okay, so this is about your table creation. Suppose if you are at Oracle or any database, how a table can be created. Any database table can be created by using DDL statements, data definition language. That is, there is a concept called create, alter, drop, and truncate. So, create statement through we will generally create the table, create space, table name. Then we will give the field names or column names. Then we will give constraints like not null and as well as primary key and all. So required columns through will create the structure first. Table creation is always two-step procedure. First, table structure creation, that is table definition creation, and the second one is table data creation. This is how we do it in database, generally any database. So same rule applicable to SAP SC11 also. So as I mentioned here, there are a number of built-in tables are there. SAP created many tables are already there, correct? Like SAP understanding point of view, all modules related they have created. If there is a special requirement for that purpose only, we will go for G table. Will create it. So that we will call it as general. In general terminology, we call it as business requirements. Okay, or clients requirements. That is yes. But nowadays we are calling it as a use cases. So what exactly the use case? In which cases we have to create our own table is the question. Okay, because if you go to the initial days discussion, first priority is given to the standard table, built-in tables, SAP defined tables. The second is enhancement. Third one is modification. So enhancement, we have a separate topic called as append structure. At that time, I will tell you how do we add additional fields to the built-in tables. We'll discuss modification. We cannot demonstrate. That is, we will look at the last of the course. Then now this is your custom table or customer table or a kind of Simply G table creation. Creation in the sense creation steps and all we have to discuss now. Yes. So I told you out of these two letters, Y and G, preferred letter is G only. Z is pronounced as Z. So Z table we call it as. So Y tables will create in the live project. Y table will create to store in the $TMP. That is temporary. We don't want to transport it. We want to do some kind of explore or R&D or research. Then Y table. Generally G tables are we will create it and save it under package so that we will move to the production also. Yes, quality and production also. Right. So in the live projects, here two things yesterday last minute I was saying that like obviously we will create, okay, what is a requirement? Creating EMP employee master table with below fields. What are the fields? First, employee number or employee ID or employee code. That is a primary key. That means it is a key field. So it should belongs to character or numC, whatever the data type it is. So we can take numC4 also. Why? I will tell you. Why we have to, which data type, which length, everything, we have to be ready first. Okay. This is your employee name. Employee name is a non-primary key. Okay. This is not a primary key. First of all, we will directly go to its data type is character and the length can be 15 or 20. You can write. Then EMP address, employee address can be character. Same. This is a non-key field, non-primary key, and it is a kind of yes. Only three fields through we'll try to create one G table first because basic learning. And you may ask this question, why employee? Because in Oracle, when we install Oracle system, there are two tables comes with by default. That is EMP master as well as EMP and DEPT. This both you will get it because the general statements are department is there. Obviously, department is a group of employees. So this is everywhere. This is common information. Any country, any organization, people understand this examples easily. That's why EMP, DEPT only given as an example for learners' point of view. Same, we will also start with our SC11 topic with employee DEPT tables only. So first understanding should be correct. And moreover, if you want to start with SC11 topic, first what is important is your paperwork should be clear and crystal clear first. Because before going to start the system, SAP system, okay, what you want to create or what you want to practice. If you are don't open the system casually, no. You have to be have a clear objective that I want to this 1 hour or this 2 hours, I want to do this practice or this hands-on. So you have to practice it and close it. That is the practice time. But whereas in the live project, and moreover, I told you in the practice, we will assume a requirement, okay, or else I will give an exercise or assignment that you are going to implement it. So that is your a document should be ready in front of you. What you want to create the table because you don't go in a randomly. You create a table. No, this is not the right way. Delete the table, recreate it. No, this is not the data type. Change it or length, change it. Confuse that I mean to say this is a paperwork for us. My requirement is very clear and crystal clear. So with this clarity, we will go to SAP and implement it. It could be program development also, form design, screen design also, even table development also. First, document what you want to do it. Based on that, we will go and implement. In the live project, then FS and TS will be provided to you with clear understanding. Then we will create the table without confusion one time. This is the difference between learning time and working time. Both clarity, isn't it clear? Then we'll move on to the employee DPT clarity. I gave it and why and all. Right. So generally, uh, just because since I told you the few use cases we will write it because this might be the interview question. Tell me the steps of table creation steps, or else which tables you created. Can me tell me some name of the tables and all. They different ways they will write it. Suppose we want to store like employees employees mail IDs. Okay, mail IDs. Then this is the for that purpose we will create a G table, which I have seen a number of times. Because tomorrow, today employee leaves, we'll remove from G table. Tomorrow employee adds, we will add from G table. But I don't want to keep all these employee mail IDs within SAP. So we will simply use it in a G table is created with simply MANDT and employee code and employee mail ID. Simple, straightforward. Employee ID immediately followed by employee uh, mail ID, department and mail ID. So the where do we use this all mail IDs in the sense we should go to the like um, what is that workflow. In SAP workflow, we want to send a mail to the lot of employees. That employees receivers list, who are in 2, who are in CC, who are in BCC. Those details we don't maintain in SAP. In SAP we have one concept called as distribution list, DL. Distribution list also we can create it. There also we can create a set of employee mail IDs. So we can do it in SAP. Some companies want to do it in G table also. So G tables through simply select queries. We'll write the select query when we want to send a mail. There is a mail development logic. There in between, we will when there is a recipient list comes, we will write the select query to fetch the data from this employee table, and the result, whatever the result comes, those employee IDs only mail will go. Yes. Okay. And moreover, yes, sometimes when data is coming from non-SAP, non-SAP system, non-SAP system, we will store it, store that received data in G table. Okay, that is this table act like a staging table. Okay, temporary staging table. Okay, what happens with this staging table? We will next level we will, because once the data is received from non-SAP, first target will be G table. G table through further we will process, we will read from G table and process to the next level. Okay. So this is about your staging the scenario. So this way, lot of cases we go for G table because G table storing G table is a temporary solution. Okay, storing data or saving data in G table is a kind of I because we don't want to disturb the standard. I want to. It is a kind of as a part of as a uh, is a kind of temporary solution. Solution means like we can simply deviating from standard to standard, that is deviating from standard in the sense I don't want to disturb the existing flow and standard. So simply like because those tables flow does not support, in between we can bring this our table as a see, it's a flexible solution. Okay, it's not a temporary solution, it is a kind of flexible. Because why flexible? SAP given that freedom, flexibility, that you can create a number of G tables, no problem. There is, okay, as we can implement it as per our requirement. As and when required, we can create it and use it. Okay, so this way, a lot of requirement based we will go for. I'll try to give more examples. So slowly, I'll try to recollect it and do it. So now, temporary, we'll go with this. Okay, creation steps. So I will write the steps simultaneously. You have to remember it. First step is if you want to create a new table, execute T code or transaction code SC11. That is, you have to go to SC11 first. Obviously, in SC11, choose database table radio button. This is also done by default. Selected radio button is yes, database table. Now specify the mm, by the table name. Okay, database table name begins with Y or Z. Begins with Y or Z. Then click on create. Click on create. These steps we will implement and will come back. So here we will go to SC11. Yes, ZAVK underscore. Yes, EMP table. Employee EMP master directly. Employee master. Because as I said yesterday, I created one package. In the package itself, I have created my namespace as ZAVK. That's my name itself. I am using it. So entire throughout this course, I'll use this namespace, my name underscore. It could be program or function model or class or form or anything, table and view and all. So, but nobody should use this namespace. It is just kind of reserved. I will only use it. And you can use my programs and all as a reference, but don't delete or don't do any changes. And okay, you can only use it as a reference. Okay, this is your uh, yes, concrete. So that namespace nobody used. That's why system allowed me to go into the further level. So we were there at initial screen. Initial screen to we came into change table screen. Here provide short description. So meaningful short description we have to provide it. So provide short description. Okay, short description. Then after we have to go to yes employee master table. Yes, employee master table. That's it. That is the short description. Right. Then next we have to go to delivery class. So specify, because you have to observe when you open the table in a display mode, the fields tab was opened by default. But when we go to the create mode, which tab is opened by default? Delivery and maintenance tab is open. So under delivery and maintenance tab, yes, specify delivery class. Delivery class as A. Okay, under delivery, yes, under maintenance tab. Because, yes, if you look at this particular case, this tab is meant for only two options. Okay, that is, we cannot do other than this, correct? So we have to only specify the delivery class and maintenance option. Delivery class, which is already explained yesterday, yes. What type? There are total 7 delivery classes are there. We will go for A. A means to store master and transaction data. That is our purpose. If it is customizing data, then we have to go for this one. Right. Go to this. Next, A for A and enter. You can enter. Then you must choose this available letters only. You cannot give other than this 7 letters. It will give error. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That is restricted F4 help. Then data browser and table view editing. Here there are 3 options. 4 options are allowed here. We will go with display and maintenance allowed. Okay. Data browser, table view maintenance. Yes. As display and maintenance is allowed. Okay. Specify like data browser. Uh, okay. And maintain. Okay. Value as what is that? You have to specify our bracket. We will write it as a display and maintenance allowed. Okay, theory, we will come back what are the other options, when to choose other options also. We'll discuss. So with this, we have done with the two this thing. Next, you can click on save. Says this is your next immediate step. Save is normally save button or control S. Okay, standard. Or F11 you can use it here. Right. So what is the meaning of this? This is you have to see the title of this, create object directory entry. So object directory entry in the sense, if you try to understand this is again I am going to switching to architecture dimension. Yes. So where you started with, this is your presentation, right? This is your presentation server. You went to application level. This is your SC level. So you have to observe this time closely. So this is your SC11, that is ABAP dictionary, and here we entered the database table, right? Database table as ZEMP master, right? This is in the input field. I entered the yes, right? Because you have to know how this is going to affect in the yes. This is EMP master table. Where this time I am going to use the button called as create button, not display or change, because that itself is not exist. How do you display? How do you create? How do we change it? Okay, so now if you look at the underlying table point of view, this is important. So underlying database point of view, in the database, obviously this table is not exist because it is a new table to the database, right? How this new table details are written to the underlying is the question. First and foremost thing is these details are updating to TADIR table. This is your TADIR table. So what is TADIR? It is a repository table. It is a directory of all repository objects. So what I am trying to do is The table creation is a two-step process. First, table definition creation, that is structure creation, then data creation. When you save it, first this when you click on save, while save level, because we went to here upon creation, we did, we gave the hmm, short description here, okay, and moreover the delivery class and the fields, technical settings, etc., etc. We do it. Yeah, right. These are all about your overall steps to create it, technical settings. Okay. But first and foremost thing is we will save first. When it is saved, this definition, EMP master definition, is going to save to the TADR table. As at the last, it will write at the bottom. The bottom in the sense because it don't want to interrupt the hmm, any existing table entries or other object entries. At the last, it will get added. So first step is that's what happening here. What is the meaning? Object directory. Object means repository object. Directory is this one, TADR. In this directory table, we are going to write in create entry is happening. Create entry in the sense a new entry, we are going to write it here. But when we are writing this object have R3 TR object in SAP R3 transportable object. Then what is this object type? Object types, this is fixed. R3 TR is fixed. Okay. But TABL, what is this TABL? If you create a program separate, structure separate, data element separate, domain separate, many objects we are going to create. That is what type of object you are creating. This is table creation. Then this is your current object name. But these three are in a non-editable mode. Even if you come down, scroll down, the original system SVS. SVS is the three letters instance. Instance is non-editable. The original language is non-editable. Created on automatically it will capture. Only what are the two things are editable is package can be editable and the next what like a person who created can also be changeable. This two can be changed now also, later also. Yes. Suppose this is a small attributes section. Which attributes? This current object, current table related table is an object. This object features. So there are two options. I will show you. One is package, another one is local object. Time being, we'll go with local object. So we'll click on local object. Yes. So now you will get message as green color tick mark EMP master saved. Where it is saved? As I mentioned, it is saved in the TADR table. It is updated by this time. If you have a doubt, you can go and check because you go and check immediately TADR. TADR. Go here, go to now object name is GAVK underscore employee master. Okay, yes, execute. One record is there. So this is your program ID, this is the object type, and as well as this is the object name. These are all three key fields. Remaining, what is source system? SVS. Source system means the instance. Author who created S4 ABAP. Which development class it is saved, which package it's saved. This is your $TM. Then master language is English. Okay, so these are all object properties, version ID, package components, and all this. It is updated to the right TADR table. Yes, this is what you have to understand. After that, you come to attributes tab and check because who created actually here created by is missing, but directly it is writing the created by equals to modified, last modified by, and date on. By means person name, on means date. So this system is considering today's date only by default. Okay, yes. Next, language and package. Yes, this is your $TMP. So two tabs are completed. And if you observe it, we are still in change mode only. But in delivery class, these two are changeable. In attributes tab, nothing is changeable. Okay. So now this is your right. What happens? Next, click on save. Now, save means save as local object. That means click on local object. Local object. Yesterday also, while creating one package, I just typed a small mistake. 1 second. Where is that package? Package creation steps, right? You have to go for, yeah, it is a, right. It is a create request only. Create new request only, right? It's not old. Okay. So, right, local object. So when it comes to local object, now notice the message as table saved. So and so table saved successfully. That is the message you will get it. Right. Next, click on attributes tab and observe the package. Observe the package name and what next? Created by, created on, created language. Okay, all those details. These two. Okay, all those you can observe it. So with this, we have completed two tabs. Now, before going to the fields tab, as a best practice, first we have to go to the technical settings first. Later we'll come back to the fields tab. Yes, you can do it after fields. You can go to technical or first technical, then fields. Either way, we can do it. So now we have to click on technical settings button in the sense push button. Okay, where is this button? At the application toolbar. Okay, because for freshers, everything is application toolbar. In this case, you have to write the documentation. Suppose you can go to somewhere, go to technical settings. This go to menu technical settings through also you can go. Yes, or else click on this technical settings. Now what happens? Here you have to specify the logical storage parameters. Yes, the data class and the size category. Right. So now we will go to the data class as a APPL0, size category as a 0. Right. This two we will enter. Okay. Now specify data class APPL0. Next, we have next what? Specify size category as 0, because basic, I'm giving the fundamental basic things. Then next, after buffer options, we will discuss it later. Why I choose this APPL0 in the sense master data going to store, and the size category 0 is the basic minimum records. Actually, what happens when the specification is given to you while creating, in this specification itself, they will tell you which package to store, which delivery class, which data class. All the stuff is given to you in the spec. So by looking at the spec, you have to create the table without confusion, right? Okay. See next, We have after HANA onwards, we have to we have other further tab. What is next tab? DB specific properties. Yes, because after HANA, column store is by default chosen. That is SAP HANA is uh, proven strategy, proven performance based functionality. Is this earlier we used to store everything as a row based. Now column based storage is the default selected one. Which you want to change it, you can change it. Okay, column is the preferred. Okay, fine. Right. This option you want to change it, you can change it. Otherwise, leave it. Leave it to column store only. Yes. Yes. Otherwise, in the DB specific tab, okay, choose column store. Yes. Or else optionally row store also. Right. Storage type. Okay. How the records are stored, that we will discuss as a separate topic. What is the difference between row store and column store? Right. Okay. With this, our technical settings are over. Now click on save. That is save technical settings. Okay. Save technical settings. This is not the entire tables because we are currently into this particular. So save it. Now saved. Green color tick mark. This is your activity success. Any errors are there, it will throw the errors immediately. Because for table creation purpose, we are not writing code here. Table system writes, system generates code in the back end. But table creation is a navigation, step by step, screen by screen, tab by tab, option by option. We will enter. So we have to note down the steps properly and practice it properly. So observe it. Table name, table description, table modified by date and all. Status still is new. Yes. But still, if you want to check technical settings are correct or not. Technical settings are not inconsistent. Why that's not a this thing? Table screen was created. Okay, fine, no problem. Like if you go back, we will go to the fields tab now. While returning, we have to yes. So click on back and next click on fields tab. Yes. Now in the fields tab, what we have to do? Yes, I have to create like this. So first field name. By default, table is empty because just now table is empty. Even structure itself is not there. Here you have to specify the field name. As usual, I mentioned MANDT. We will specify it MANDT. Yes, this is your one type of client specific table, client dependent table. SAP recommends that whenever we create a table, it should be client dependent. That's why I'm writing that statement, right? So specify the first field name as MANDT and data element and data element as MANDT. That's it. Press enter. But next, specify other fields. In this manner only, we have to go to the other fields. When you press data element value, you got automatically CLNT as data type, length as 3 and description as client. But now I am going to employee name, employee number, employee ID. This also we will keep it as key field. But this time I will go to the built-in type. I don't want to go with the data element. First we'll come to the built-in type. Then you specify the data type. So data type is If you remember the data type as per yesterday's list, you can directly type it here. Otherwise, you can go to the F4 through, you can specify it. Press enter, then go to the short description as employee number, employee ID. Then this is your employee name. Employee name. Employee name directly will go to CAR 20. Yes, name of the employee. Next, employee address. This is character 25 because address of the I already have the specification, using that only I am creating. So this is your table creation steps, fields creation. So now we have to observe this. Okay, here we will write one time at least. Specify next field as next key field as that's important. Employee number and activate a key checkbox. Next, click on built-in type, built-in button, radio button, push button or command button. Now specify data type, comma length, comma description. Yes, this is your two key fields are over. Now I am going to write it in the same manner. Create other required key and non-key fields. Key and non-key fields. That's it. One generic statement is enough. Okay, because I have to give you general things, right? So two key fields we created. Remaining for every time, don't need to write repeated steps again and again. Okay, common statement is enough, right? So if you observe it, employee MANDT is a key field. Activated this checkbox. Employee number is also key field. But once a key field activate, this initial is also not null also get automatically activated. Yes. So if you go to what next we have to do is, now once again you have to observe initially the table is new status table, and moreover we are going to create the transparent table, and it was new. When you start typing something, it is converted to revised status. This is right side is status keep on changing. Now we will go for save it again. So it is saved, but already earlier it was saved, but now once again it is going to save it. Save, while saving, actually I told you in the database point of view, all the tables details are again updated to one more table. What is that table? DD02L. DD means data definition. 02L, because table fields are updating to another table. So these details are updated because earlier when I save, it was only the table name and which package, who created, when created. Those details are updated in TADIR. But this time if you save, now you have additionally, what is there? Additionally, technical settings plus fields. With these details, it is technical settings are updated to one table, fields are updated to another table. In DD02 also, we have some other tables gets updated. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. Save. Check. Check for syntax error check, because there is no syntax here. We don't. This is not editor to check syntax. but this is a kind of configuration screen, kind of screen level. But any errors are there in the screen, it will give error, but no inconsistencies found. That is, no errors found in simple meaning. Okay, then the table still remains in the new only. Earlier it was in revised status. When you go for syntax check, save and check, it came to normal new level. So you can go for activate also. Now you activate it. Yes, table object activated, green color tick mark. The status is changed immediately as active. So this is your basic step. So now we will update it here. Okay, finally, okay, finally save, check and activate, because we cannot right click on activate button, click on save button. Okay, if you want to write it, you can write one time, but generally we write save button. Then after that, click on next step is, because the sequential steps. Next, click on check button, so that notice that in no inconsistencies. This should be the error. Yes, found. Okay, success message, you have to get it. Then next you have to activate. Okay, click on activate, control F3, that activate active icon. Active icon result, what will happen? What will happen? Object activated. That is, it is right. Notice. Notice means who will notice? You have to notice. That means you have to notice the status, table status turned to or changed to active. Okay, table status changed to active status. Yes, this is what your observations, because it's not only that, you have to observe it also closely. Yes, this is your fundamental table creation step. So attributes tab is over, delivery and maintenance tab is over, fields tab is also completed. These three are over. But what about input fields and check? That is optional. Currency and quantity fields optional. Index is totally optional, completely. And moreover, append structure is optional. Okay, yes. Why this append structure and technical settings are kept at the top? It is not a part of any one of the tab. There is a meaning for that. With a lot of meaning through this screen was designed. Okay, clear? This is your what? Table creation, uh, like steps. Okay, done. We have activated also. Right. What next? Okay, till now we have created the table definition only, we call it as table structure, means all the details we have given: package, data class, delivery class, development class, everything is over. So with the, because since it is a transparent table, okay, now I can go and write, when you go for the mm, when we go to the table at this level, okay, you can go to, yes, any doubt? Anyone have any doubt?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Okay. Mm,
So in built-in class,
mm.
what is the purpose of that?
Built-in, built-in. Okay, okay, sure, thank you. So good, because I thought of to come back. What is the difference between? There is a switch between like built-in slash data element. Suppose If you generally SAP recommends, yes, earlier it was there like this, right? So SAP, when you create a field name, immediately what is recommended? Data element is recommended. So we have to go with field followed by data element is the right approach. But for one field, I took data element. For other fields, I don't want to go with the data element. I want to go with, there is an alternative for data element is built-in type. So when you click on built-in, what happens? Observe. This part is grayed out. Which one? Data element is grayed out. So the right side part is enabled here. In this case, like advantage of built-in means you can choose the data type directly from this 37 data types. With F4 help through, you can choose it. And the length, you can specify it, whatever the length you planned it. Description, you can. That is, that means built-in in the sense you want to go with built-in type, not by the data element type. At that time only we will choose this button. But generally, I want to show you a table can be created without usage of data element. This is an interview question actually. Can I create a table definition without using data element? Yes, answer is yes. How? Because by making use of built-in type. Built-in type is a alternative for data element. Okay, this purpose. But however, we will discuss in detail. But in these two options, we have to go either one only. We cannot use both data element also, built-in also. No. That's why if you see, observe, cursor is here. If I click on here, what is written? Built-in type. When you click on built-in type, its title name is changed to data element. That means you can toggle between, switch between back to data element also. Got it? This is, however, we will discuss in the data element part in detail, okay, in the upcoming sessions. Okay, right. Now, going back, hope you understand this. Right.
Got sir. Got it, sir.
Thank you. So now we have saved it. In here, I have to write save, check, and activate. So we have done the save to update, check, and activate. When you go for what you are activating, the table only, we are table definition we are activating. When activate, what did I say? This table is going to create in the physical underlying database. With which name? Because since you are creating a transparent table, it is going to update to the same name only. Same name only as it is. With the same fields only. That means if you go and check, here you will find the MANDT, employee number and all in the database. But database, we don't have direct access to the database. Time being, you just assume that it is in this activation, it is created. Now, the table is empty as such, right? I want to create like some entries also. You have to know up to entries creation also. We can create entries immediately or later also. Till here it is activated successfully, right? Then go to the entry screen. Next step also, we will write it here. Right. Okay. Steps to create entries. Create entries means records. Yes. So we have to go to the same step. Utilities menu, arrow, table contents arrow. This is a kind of menu path. Now you have to click on create entries. Yes, this is already you are familiar yesterday, day before. Go to table utilities, table contents. Yes, below button is enabled as create entries. Create entries will take you to separate screen where you can create a new record, new entry. See here, This is not the selection screen. This is a special another screen where user can create it. But you can create one entry at a time. First rule. Okay, next one after another you can create it. A number of records you can create, but one at a time. Observe it. Two fields are there here. Some gap, some space, and two fields. Key fields are in one color, non-key fields in another color with the gap provided. And the MANDT client, because since the table is client dependent, the table name, the current logon client name is automatically proposed here, which is in the state of non-editable mode. Can I change the client? No. That is default proposal in the grayed out mode. What is there? You can hardly enter the employee number, employee name, employee address, etc. Right? I'm just giving employee number as 11 because I want to show you. Or employee number as 1 also you can give, not a problem. Okay, employee name. Just type some name. Okay, right. Then type some address. Okay, type it, then save it. Okay, save. Record saved successfully. This message you are getting by the time when you click on save, this entry will go from application to the database. Now one record is updated to the database. Upon successful updation to the underlying database, then you will get a message stating that record created successfully. This is one record. Next, I want to create second record also. Yes, you will go to, yes, I am going to create one more. Yes, just some dummy data through you can create it. Yes, okay. I'm writing like this. So save it. Employee number 2. Save it. Yes. Record created successfully. That's it. So I will create other entries in other. Yes. If what is the reset button here? Reset means clearing it off. Whatever the value, it is not auto clear. You have to click. It's clear. So by reset through, you can go for new entries also. So we will write this step. Yes. Click on create entries. So what happens? Yes, system is a separate data entry screen. Data entry screen is opened. Okay, that means you have to open, then specify new entry, that is with valid values. Valid values. Click on mm, save button. Save button. Next, click on reset button. Reset button. Yes. Next, create another entry. Another entry. So finally, what next? In the same manner or in the same fashion, you can create other required entries. Required means how many entries you want to create it. That is up to you. We can go for this is the steps to create entry. Okay, next we want to go to the back. You are reached to you are back to yes yes right. You are back to table fields screen. Now steps to uh, our path steps in the sense that step is over now. Menu path. Okay, menu path to view table entries. This is your next step. So as usual, you know that utilities menu, utilities, menu, table contents, and then display. You know that that navigation already demonstrated earlier only. If you go to utilities, table contents, go for display button now. Display. Now the selection screen came. Yes, employee number, employee name, employee address. This you are familiar with these options. So if you want to see the number of entries are two as such till now, go to execute. You will find the two entries over here, right? So find the two entries, right? 1 second. Go to the next session.